What's up, Virgo? Welcome to Scorp Queen Intuition. Thank you for tuning in. This is your May monthly reading, all right? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, placements in Virgo. The monthlies are your spiritual and intuitive guidance for the month, okay? So let's see what is going on with you guys. All right, relationships. I am surrounded by relationships of love, harmony, balance, abundance, and much more included. Okay, so this is about you guys focusing on relationships, right? This month, making sure you're surrounded by loving people, okay? Making sure your relationships are balanced, are harmonious, okay, and healthy, all right? So if they're not, it's time to start to, kind of assess some relationships in your life, all right? Let's see, you guys need to surrender. Surrender resentments. Okay. Holding on to resentments only poison you. Try to forgive others for their shortcomings and keep moving forward towards positive situations in your life. Okay, so there may be some connections in your life where you're still holding on to some people that has hurt you and you haven't let go of the hurt or what they've done. And so, of course, that would be clearing out those connections if need be. Okay, or releasing whatever that is so you can bring the balance and the love into the relationship if it's one that you desire to keep around. Okay, let's see what self-care messages you guys have. What do you need to know? Okay, well, 2 came out for y'all. I'm going to get 1, but let's see. Denial to accept a situation, unhealthy cycles or addictions. So yeah, so there's definitely something, you may be trying to work something out with someone, but you're in denial. It may not be, maybe you're not ready to make it work, right? Or maybe you're not seeing this person for how they are, okay? And maybe it's time to start to really take a truthful, honest look at certain connections in your life. And this is all relating to the relationships. If they're not harmonious, if they're not balanced, if they're not bringing abundance, you got to get out of the denial and release it, okay? Also, it could indicate you're just not ready to forgive someone, and that's okay too, okay? But if that's the case, you have to let that go and move forward, or be honest and say that you're not willing to move forward with this person, okay? So you have received. You're being asked to open to receiving universal gifts. These could come in the form of love, money, compliments, healing energy, and universal wisdom. Know that you're worthy of these gifts and open up to them. So this could also be a gift right now, new connections also coming into your life. The more you balance the relationships in your life, the more you take control, the more the relationships in your life get better, right? If you date people and, your dating life sucks, start to change the people you're dating, right? Start to, if your relationships are not giving the way you feel like they should give, maybe you should give a little more. Also reflect those relationships that you want, and then you'll start to see those connections and those same type of people attract to you. So if you need to start to clear out some connections in your life, now is the time to do it, so you can be ready for the right relationships, the right people to come into your life, because there is a big shift when it comes to your dynamics, your circle, your social groups, your friendships, your relationships with your family members. All type of shifts are about to happen, but because it is time for you to start to be surrounded by people that are supportive, loving, balance themselves, okay? So let's go ahead and get into your tarot messages and see what you guys need to know right now. Okay. Let's see, what messages do we have here for Virgo? Bottom of the deck, we have sacral chakra. All right, so you guys know this is your area, the create creative area. Let's just say that, okay? Maybe there are maybe you need to balance your sacral chakra, or you are. Maybe you're releasing certain connections you've had with people intimately. Maybe it's time to start to balance that. You have solitude. This could also indicate maybe you guys choosing to be celibate right now, or pull back from, maybe even giving yourself in that way because you do want something balanced, something healthy, okay? So that, you have Virgo here as well, your own energy. That's that hermit energy. So, let's see. Whoa, solar plexus chakra. There's definitely some chakra work that needs to be done. Or maybe you are doing it. Maybe you're clearing it out. Because some of you guys could already be working on this. Look at that. Prosperity begins. Yeah, you guys want to bring abundance to you. I told you, you want a healthy relationship. You want someone that matches you. Someone that brings that love in as well. Both of you guys can pour into one another. So you're ready for that. And you're serious about that. So some of you guys could have been working, If you haven't been working on certain things, then this is what you have to start doing. But some of you guys have been working on this. And so you are receiving the abundance here. Everybody is not on the same timeline. So apply it how it resonates to where you are. If you know you've done the chakra work, then don't say, oh, I don't need to do chakra work. That's what I'm doing. Well, that's how it resonates with you. Okay? Look at that. Look at that. Wow. I told you guys, you are more than ready, guys. You are more than ready. That whatever you are manifesting, whatever you're working on, whatever you're about to start working on is about to bring that connection to you. You've been very serious about maybe clearing that work out. I mean, clearing out that resentment, letting go of certain things, okay? Recognition and reward in the reverse. That's the 3 of Wands. Okay. Maybe you're still looking back at the past for some of you guys with that 3 of Wands in the reverse, okay? So some of you guys, this is why you still have to continue to do the work, because you're still looking back in the past. You're in denial about a certain situation not being for you. But once you grasp that, you see what's on the other side here, okay? 2 people coming together. You guys are going to have mad chemistry here. Okay, with this Ace of Pentacles coming under this sacral chakra. Y'all, sorry, my baby is in the bed sleeping. He just sleeps like he's a grown man. Okay. All right. Let's see. Sacral chakra. Do I really need to clarify that? But let's see what it's saying here. Yeah. Overwhelmed. 10 of Wands. Overwork, stress, and imbalance. So you guys definitely may be carrying someone else's energy sexually. You feel overwhelmed, you feel drained, or you've been there before, and this is why you are maybe choosing to not connect with other people, because you do know you consume other people's energy. So maybe some of you guys are aware that, oh yeah, the wise counselor. Oh yeah, So some of you guys have been very serious about, like I said, not connecting with people sexually, intimately, because you're waiting on the right connection. Or this is what you're currently feeling. If you guys are still going through this, you're feeling overwhelmed, you're feeling drained, and you're trying to figure out why. This is why you can't release the resentment. Maybe if you're still back, like I said, going back to the past, looking back at this person. Okay, I'm giving this in 2 ways, for those that are already working on themselves and moving past this, and those that are still trying to work on this. Okay. Solar plexus chakra. So that solar plexus chakra is you guys, having that life force energy to have that motivation to do what you want. This is why you're clearing out any maybe clearing out soul ties you may feel like you've had with with people. Okay, so you can manifest and move forward to what you want. Taking a step back. This is says meditation, recuperation, and contemplation. I told you, I feel like you guys are really holding back. Okay. For some of you guys, men, it could be retention. That's what you call it for men. They're holding back. They're not giving themselves sexually. Really trying to focus on balancing yourself in a positive way. Okay. Chariot in the reverse. Okay. And getting in the wrong connections also kills your drive. So that's also something else. If you guys feel drained, you know what that feel like, to be in connections and feel drained, and you don't know why you constantly feel drained or overwhelmed, or it's just so much. You got to release the denial and say, hey, maybe this is not the connection for me. Okay, prosperity begins. 10 of air, endings, recovery, freedom. See? Once something ends here, once you're free from something, okay, that's that 10 of swords. Now you got the 10 of wands here, you got the 10 of swords here. But that's clarifying prosperity begins. So once something ends, that prosperity begins. Once you release something, once you go through that major healing that you need to go through, the 10 of swords and the 10 of swords and the 10 of wands is like you already went through the worst at this point. Okay. Got the 5 of air. Okay, let's see. That's also you releasing resentments, releasing whatever you want, you need to, clearing out that energy, balancing yourself. You're going to see major changes here. Harmony. I see Gemini energy here. Only Gemini. No other sign. So it really could be any sign here. Okay, the strong Gemini standing out here, but that's because that's the lover. So I think it's more so about the lovers on top of the lovers. Oh my gosh. Okay. What? I told you. Whatever it is. I like the black couple and the white couple. Like, for anybody who's watching. Okay. Look at that. Could be an interracial couple for some. But, but the lovers, Gemini, relationships, emotions, choices. I told you guys are balancing your relationships. You're choosing better relationships. And through that, someone is going to match you. That's a perfect connection. That's someone reflecting the love that, like I said, after you do the work, someone is going to reflect everything that you've been doing. You've been changing. You've been growing. I love it, guys. Let's see what else we got. But if you guys are still connected with something and you feel this overwhelmed energy with this, then this is letting you know what you can see, what you'll see once you finally close out a cycle here. Okay, balance, spirituality, and practicality. Okay. You and your loved ones are safe. You and your loved ones are safe, and what you need to release. Your commitment is being tested. Yeah. So your commitment to yourself is being tested right now. Okay. That's why you guys are challenging yourself to do different, to do better. When it comes to those things that you commit yourself to, specifically relationships, right? So you guys are, you're being tested. You're being tested and challenged to change, to learn. Okay. And some of you guys are in a relationship now. And like I said, it's being tested, okay? And this now is the time where you take the test, right? You make that choice. You decide if this is something that you can move forward with, okay? It's been a lot of challenges here with some of you guys in your current connection here. For those of you that are in a relationship, that's for you. The other part is for those that are single. Okay, they may be clearing that work out. They may still need to be doing that, but maybe they're moving forward to being closer to this connection. All right, let's see. What was that? Indecision and blossom and abundance. Oh, goodness gracious. And I do feel like I need to read all three of these, okay? Look at that. Attachment and walking away. Some of you guys are walking away and some of you guys are still attached. Some of you guys are still trying to walk away, but you're still holding on to resentment. And you're still holding on to baggage, okay? Cornucopia here in the reverse. So I told you guys, until you guys completely walk away or until you end something, you're going to feel like the things you've been trying to Your abundance, your blessings are being blocked or being held back. Okay? Some of you guys feel like you're ready to be in a relationship, and you may feel like that's where you're ready to change things, and you feel like once you get in the right relationship, things will change for you. And that is true. We see this here. Okay? Let's see. What is walking away? Well, let's read attachment first. I don't know which one, but they both came out at the same time. But attachment is 5. Walking away is 27. So let's start with 5. So this says perceived need and the choice to let go. So I feel like this is for those of you that, like I said, are still holding on, because I feel the reading is split. Okay? Same overall message, but for people in their, their different timelines. Okay? So perceived need and the choice to let go. Upright position, this card reveals that your passage forward is being stopped by strong attachments to old patterns or people from the past. I told you keep looking back. The chain at your wrist is bolted to fear from the past or desperation about the future. Although you may wear the mask of pretense or even contentment, you simply can't seem to go forward. The stuff that's keeping you stuck could be physical addictions, emotional patterns, or even old relationships. Are you living in fear, addicted to old unhealthy habits, or so desperate about the future that you can't be happy now? And some of you guys are still holding on to this person and taking the burdens because you're afraid of what the future may hold. You're not looking out to what possibilities could be out there for you, love-wise. Okay? If so, the chains that bind you could be of your own making. This card is telling you that it's time to take the action you need to break out of your chains and move forward to open, free, healthy, and authentically happy life. It may take some courage, effort to let go, but know that you are capable of doing it. Until you do, the difficult energy will just repeat itself, keeping you stuck. The affirmation says, I release attachment and choose peace. I am strong, free, and able to choose what honors me. You see that? Okay, so walking away, letting go, moving on. This card shows someone walking away from an existing situation. She is closing the gate behind her and is walking away into a misty, unknown future. So that's why I said some of you guys are afraid of what, the future may hold, but you see what's coming here, okay? But this card upright reveals that it could be time for you to make a similar decision. There may be something that you're finished with, perhaps a career goal, a relationship, or a long-term experience of any kind. The familiarity of the situation may be enticing, but you're now ready to look at your options on the open road ahead. In reality, an important new beginning is at hand. This card also indicates that now will be a good time to let go of an old habit, emotional pattern, or false belief. No matter how deeply ingrained a negative pattern may be, you now have the power to release it and move on to a freer, healthier way of thinking and relating to yourself and others. Whether it's in the inner or outer world, this card is telling you that you have the readiness and resources to walk away from the old and move forward now. The affirmation says, it is safe and comfortable for me to move on. I consider all my options and then take action on my own belief. So I told you some of you guys are not paying attention to the fact that you can have options, okay? You may be ready to move on. Some of you guys are definitely ready for that. You are releasing everything you need to release, okay? To move on and find something that reflects what you want. And you are going to find that, okay? Let's see. That was it. That was your reading, Virgo. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that bell, and I will see you guys next time.